If you're looking for a gift idea for that camper in your life, you came to the right place. I've got 50 legitimately useful things that most campers would love to have, regardless of what style of camping they're into. And most of them are things that they would love to have more of, even if they already have something similar. All of these things are things that I own and I can personally recommend, and they range anywhere from $1 all the way up to $1,700. So there's something for everyone on this list. I tried to stay away from things that are like personal preference items, such as clothing or sleeping bags. And I'm mostly suggesting more universally useful items. Oh, and every 8th item is going to be a perfect camping stocking stuffer. So I've sprinkled those throughout the list. So without further ado, let's jump into the list. Oh, actually, one more ado. I do want to say that this video is sponsored by White Duck Outdoors, and I'm going to be talking about them in number 38 on this video. Number 1 on the list is a camping shovel, foldable camping shovel specifically. This thing comes in so handy. I always bring it every time I go camping. Keep it in my camping organizer. It folds up, but yet still is super sturdy. You know, you can do it in 2 different configurations where you tighten it down, where you can use it like a pick, or straight out. This is a Coleman one and costs about $15. They can range up to $60, but this one has held up amazingly. There's some that have heat treated steel head that's gonna hold up really well to some abuse. You can see my edge has gotten a little bit dull there over the years, but nothing a little sharpener can't handle. But get yourself a solid steel one. And like I said, I don't know a camper who's gonna be bummed about getting another one of these, even if they already have something similar. Okay, number 2 is the Tiny Pump FlexTail X, or maybe the 2X. I have the X model. I think the 2X is probably just a better upgraded version of this one. But I love this thing. It is great for backpacking, but I also bring it on every camping trip because of the light feature. Nope. The light feature is great, especially when you're camping with kids. I can hang it inside the tent, have a little night light. It'll stay on for hours while the kids are going to sleep until I get into the tent and turn it off. If you are going for multiple nights and you're using it to blow up your pads, then you're probably going to need to recharge it. Not a big deal if you bring some rechargers with you. 3 different brightnesses on the light, multiple different adapters, super handy, comes with me every time. Actually, pretty great studio light. I'll just set that up right there. Gotta get my good side. Those cost about $30, only weighs about 1.5 ounces, so crazy lightweight. Great value. Number 3 is the Thermacell Backpacker Bug Repeller. Again, another item that is designed for backpacking, but comes with me every time I go camping as well. It's a compact bug repellent system that sits on top of the isobutane propane canisters, and it has these little replaceable pads that slip into the top here, and once the pad is spent, it turns white, and so you can see when it's used up. Found this to be highly effective, highly portable, weighs about 4 ounces, costs somewhere around $40, and then I think a pack of refills is between $10 to $20 for more than this. It comes with a pack of 10 refills or so. Does not work great when it is windy, but if the wind is calm, it will form about a 15-foot radius of bug protection for you. I'm probably gonna sound like a broken record on this, but even if someone already has this, I wouldn't be mad about getting 2. You know, set one up on each side of the table, have even more protection. All right, number 4 is the Platypus Platy Preserve Wine Flask. This is not just your average water container. It's actually designed to hold wine and alcohol. It's got a measuring mark there for 750 milliliters or 375 right there. Lets you bring a whole bottle of wine or a whole bottle of whiskey out with you without bringing a breakable heavy bottle. Great for backpacking or canoe or kayak trips or any place that bans glass, really. It's crazy light, less than 1 ounce. I think they cost around $15. And once you've used up the contents, it's nice to be able to just roll it up, nice and small, easy to store. Okay, number 6 is some LED string lights. Unfortunately, this brand they don't sell at REI anymore, but this is just a super simple kind of copper wire that I have loved bringing on camping trips. It adds some great ambiance. You can wrap it around the tent, inside the tent, you know, out on the table where you're sitting, and it doesn't have a built-in power supply, but it's kind of nice because then you can just always plug it into one of your rechargers, which if you're like me, you've always got plenty of them on hand. Lots of different controls, brightness, different settings you can do, disco party, heartbeat. Honestly, I'm not sure why you would ever do one of those because they seem pretty annoying. If you ever use one of those other settings on the LED lights, let me know. Why? Why would you want like a up and down flashing light in your camp? Anyway, I suppose if you were trying to like put it on the side of the road for like a caution light or something, maybe. These can range anywhere from $10 to $35. They're usually weather resistant, instant camp upgrade. Also another item that campers can't have enough of. Number 6, one of my favorites, something I carry with me every day, literally one of my favorite EDC items. I use it to carry my earbud case. Let me take it off and show you. It is not just any carabiner. Carabiner that's great for carrying keys or earbuds or something like that, but it is also a tiny knife. Boom. And it uses a number 11 scalpel blade on there. So super sharp and replaceable blade. I think it comes with 5, but you can buy those super cheap in replacement packs on Amazon. By the way, it also has a tiny ruler on the back there. I don't know if you can see that, but if you need to measure something that's 5 centimeters or less, totally comes in clutch. But I use this knife all the time. I made a whole other video about this knife. I love it for backpacking, for traveling, obviously EDC. It's called the Rovi Von U4 G2 Titanium Carabiner. By the way, I'm gonna have links to all of these things in the description below. They run about $40, but it has held up really well for me. Weighs about 15 grams. Can't say enough good things about it. Number 7, a neck gaiter slash buff. Buff is just the brand name, most popular neck gaiter brand. Doesn't have to be that brand. One of the ultimate multi-use pieces of camping gear. It can be a neck warmer, it can be a beanie, it can be a headband, it can be a sweat rag, it can be a pot holder, it could be a blindfold. I mean, no, it could be sun protection. Cost anywhere from $15 to $30. They also make some that are made out of merino wool, so depending on if you're buying for someone who's in a colder climate, that might be better, as well as less stinky. All right, number 8, we're on to our first stocking stuffer item. This is a pack of 100 citronella tea lights. I always think the tea lights are a fun stocking stuffer because it's something you can throw a whole bunch in there. They're fun to have around, something that creates a lot of ambiance. And for camping, why not have it be citronella? It's gonna help create that bug-free zone. It's not a true bug-free solution. Still gotta supplement it with something else like the repeller. But especially if it's not windy and you can set up a few of these, it's definitely gonna help cut down on the bug situation in your camp. And create some beautiful ambiance. 100 pack on Amazon should go for about 20 bucks. Again, something I bring with me on every camping trip, whether I'm backpacking or car camping. All right, number 9, any camper I know is gonna have multiple half-used isobutane canisters rolling around in their camping box. And this item is a solution to that problem. It's the Flip Fuel gas transfer device. This thing runs about $35 and it's meant to be able to fill up these canisters, empty the old ones, so you don't have to pack a halfie, as they say. You know, you can go with a full tank, get rid of all those half empty ones. Super helpful little device. Okay, number 10, a fun one, the Fire Maple Maverick stove. This is a portable fire pit that comes in this little carrying case. And not only does it have this great grate, which could be used on its own over a fire, these sheets of metal that fit together into a fire bowl where you can build a fire inside of it, keeps the fire off the ground, keeps it contained, be able to cook over a fire on the go. Runs somewhere around $30, depending on the size you get, I think. But obviously it packs up super flat and just great for making a little cooking fire, boiling water, what have you. Number 11, I've got another one from Fire Maple. This is their portable gas lantern. It sits on top of those isobutane canisters. And this is just a fun thing to have, especially when you can't have fires. And this little glass windbreak comes off and then you can control the intensity of the flame. It just creates some great ambiance if you can't have a fire, or great for putting on a table or something like that where you don't want to have like a bright flashlight light in your face. You could just have this thing sitting next to the game you're playing or something like that. Only weighs 5 ounces, so it is something you can pack with you. I have brought it backpacking before. Also brought it into a cave adventure one time. Also cost somewhere around the $30 mark. Super fun little gift that someone might not buy for themselves but would enjoy having. Don't open it like that. Number 12 is these GSI Outdoors insulated backpacker mug, I believe it's called. I've got 2 of these that come with me on every camping trip, whether it's backpacking or car camping. Keeps your coffee or your hot cocoa nice and hot for you. It's got a nice sealed lid that locks. The insulated part comes off, and there's also a measuring cup, which just come in super handy. They can hold 16 ounces, which is great. Brew yourself up a big old cup of coffee and fill it up, you're good to go. Only weighs 3.5 ounces and only costs $16. So grab a pair of them, fantastic gift. Again, even if they already have it, wouldn't be mad about having more around for kids or guests or what have you. Infinity Backpacker Lightweight Camp Mug, official name. So there you go. Number 14, backpacking cribbage from outside, inside, an ultralight, I guess you could say lightweight, folding cribbage board, 3 tracks, holds the pegs and the cards inside, weighs 7 ounces. If you don't know cribbage, it's a great game for 2, 3, or 4 players. Super fun game to learn. This costs less than $20. Killer, low cost, high reward, camping, evening fun gift. Number 13 is these Sea to Summit Ultra Sill dry bags. This I bought in a set of 3 different colors, 3 different sizes, and this has become my backpacking go-to system for rainy trips. I've got another video on that. I'll link it in the description below if you want to check that out. But these have come in super handy for lots of trips, not even just camping trips, even traveling, helping to keep yourself organized, knowing what you've packed in each bag, being able to compress it, being able to keep it clean, dry, or keep dirty clothes in one of these as well. Lots of different uses for these. Something any camper is going to be stoked to have more of if they don't have this already. And if not, they're going to love it even more. Number 15 is the Rovi Von E80 Angel Eyes flashlight. Again, did a whole other video on this one where I talk about it being the star laser because it has a laser feature where you can actually like use it to point out constellations and things like that. This thing also is feature packed. I'm not going to go into the details here. Go check out the video if you want. This is definitely a more premium high-end item, somewhere around $100, but I love this thing and I carry it in my truck and use it all the time. It's great to have on hand. I love the one touch 1800 lumen button at the top. If you're interested, go check out the Star Laser video, link below. Definitely a solid choice. Number 16, another great stocking stuffer or even just a great gift, and that is Hot Hands hand warmers. So you could just buy a box like this. Any camper in any kind of cold climate is going to love having a whole bunch of these on hand. I bought this pack at Costco, but you can get them on Amazon. This is a pack of toe warmers that you can put down in your socks and your boots, keep your feet warm. They make some that stick on your shirt, so you can have them on the inside and stick them on your inside layer. I'm telling you, there's like a dozen different kind of varieties that you can buy for these things, which makes it kind of a fun stocking stuffer if you want to buy like some of the unique varieties, or like I said, just get someone a whole pack of these and they're going to be stoked. Next up, another tech gadget item, and that's the Go-V home thermometer slash hygrometer. And this thing is super fun for camping. Connects to your Bluetooth. The batteries last forever. It's not rechargeable, but the battery is replaceable. Somewhat water resistant. They say that you don't want to like leave them out in a rainstorm, but I've never had a problem with that. Anyway, they run between $15 and $40 depending on what model you get. But I use this thing all the time, camping and at home. I leave one of them in the little boy's room where we have a heater for the baby. And well, he's not a baby anymore, now he's 3, but it's always nice to know what the temperature is in there so that we don't overheat the room with the heater on. But it's also nice just to know what the temperature got down to overnight when you're camping. You can hang this outside your tent, check it the next morning, and it's going to show you the graph of what the temperature did overnight. It's also fun to have multiple ones of them so that you can compare the temperature inside the tent, outside the tent, especially if you got a hot tent going. It's just fun to play with, whichever style of camping you're into. Number 18, one of my all-time favorite camping gadgets is actually my Kindle. I've had this thing for the last couple of years, and this thing is a game changer. Just for traveling in general, but I really love it for camping. I used to always be plagued with wondering which book I should try to bring camping if you only get to pick one. This way, you can have whatever you're in the mood for loaded up on there. You've got lots of options. You don't have to be worried about what you're going to be in the mood to read. The Paperwhite is a good one to look at for campers because it's waterproof or water resistant, I guess. You might think you can use your Kindle on your phone as well, and yeah, that's totally true. I've done that, but not having it be backlit is awesome. Not having to be staring at your screen any more than you need to. Also not wearing out your battery on your phone. This thing can last for weeks without needing to get charged. I particularly love it for camping because when I crawl in the tent with the kids and they go to bed early, but it's dark out, I can sit here, read my Kindle, not have a light on in their face or something, get to enjoy reading my Kindle while the kids are snuggled up in their sleeping bags. Number 19, Thermarest compressible pillows. I love these pillows, super packable, actual real pillows. Not air. You can roll them up into about a fourth of their size, and they're super comfortable for any kind of traveling. Again, anywhere from RV camping down to backpacking. They can run anywhere between $30 to $50 depending on the size. And if you're a side sleeper like me, definitely go for the larger size. And if you want to see my best hack for backpacking side sleepers, I've got a whole video on that. I'll link in the description, but it involves one of these puppies. Number 20, Go Fire colored flames. These things are super fun. Always a hit whenever we're camping. There's little packets in here that you can throw in the fire. Makes colored flames that last for about an hour, all different colors. Especially fun for kids, but adults love the different ambiance as well. It's something fun to look at while you're sitting around telling stories. You can buy like a 5-pack for like $6, I think, or you can buy a bigger pack like this for about $20. Number 21. Woo! Hydropack water storage containers. Super tough, collapsible water jugs. See, this is the 4-liter container. It's got these straps on it. It fits in a backpack. Super tough, leak-proof. Honestly, I've got this one filled up because I use it in my backpack as a rucking weight. They can range anywhere from $20 to $40, depending on what size. I believe they even have an 8-liter size. It's just something that's always gonna come in handy. Any camper would love to have multiple ones of these to be able to pick the one they want for the perfect use for the trip they're going on. Number 22, one of my absolute favorite pieces of gear, my Ampex camp bed. Cool new company that just came out last couple years. This is called the Camp Bed. It's a self-inflating mattress, 4 inches thick, is the long wide version. Incredibly comfortable to sleep on, whether it's on the ground, on the floor in your office, which I do quite often. I use this thing for naps in here occasionally when I need a power nap. It's a crazy 9.1 R value. Not gonna be for backpacking typically, it's gonna be for other styles of camping. Weighs about 7 pounds, but totally worth it. The price kind of floats somewhere between like $80 to $170, so you can definitely find it on sale. But check that link in the description to see what the price is right now. Number 23, the Java Drip from GSI. It's a packable backcountry pour over. You can use it just straight, or you can put a coffee filter in there for easier cleaning. Cost is less than $20. You just clip these things right on to the coffee mug. Super fun little gift for the camping coffee drinker in your life. And we've made it to the next stocking stuffer, number 24. I apologize, I couldn't find the actual bottle of it, but I do have the package from when I opened one last. And that is picaridin insect repellent. This stuff ain't cheap. You could get picaridin or permethrin, maybe both. They do make some individual packets of these. Any camper that lives anywhere where there is bugs, which pretty sure is everywhere. If you live in a place where you camp with no bugs, let me know in the comments. Where do you live? That sounds creepy, but general area, not the address. Anyway, something most campers can't get enough of. They're gonna appreciate this. Having extras of these laying around is always gonna help out when you go camping. For the next set of items, we gotta head out of the backyard so I can show you those. But before I do, we're halfway through the list. So if you made it this far, hopefully it's helpful. If it is, please hit that like button. Help this get out to more people like yourself. All right, here we are in my little fake camping setup in the backyard. The next 8 items are all sitting right around me. I'm gonna go through them real quick. Number 25 is the propane fire pit. This thing comes in clutch, especially when you live in fire ban country. But even if you're just in a neighborhood or a regular campground, sometimes you can't have fire. Sometimes you don't want to have a fire. The smokeless fire is amazing. This thing puts out a lot of heat. It's like 50,000 BTUs. They run somewhere between $125 and $180, depending on the model you get. But I've gotten a lot of use out of this thing. And again, if someone has one, you can always have 2. We ran 2 of them at the boys camp out last summer. It was so great to have 2, to have a nice big fire pit area with like 20 dudes sitting around. Everybody feeling warm. Once those lava rocks heat up, it actually puts out a good amount of heat, and fantastic to have that fire ambiance when you can't or don't want to have a campfire. Number 26 is right along those same lines. Is the Mr. Buddy heater system. These things are great because you can run them indoors. They have an oxygen depletion sensor. They run on those little 1-pound propane tanks. You can also get a hose to connect it to a 20-pound tank as well. You can mount them on a wall. You can take the grate off and actually cook with them or boil water if you needed to. I've been running this thing inside of our canvas tent to be able to knock the edge off on the cold. Convenient, portable. They run around 100 to 150 depending on the model you get, and can put anywhere from like 5,000 to 10,000 BTUs out. If they already have one, they're gonna love to. Number 27 is these REI FlexLight chairs. I've loved these things for years. They've held up really well. They meet the sweet spot of affordability, comfort, packability. They're about $70 usually. They weigh almost 2 pounds. So they're not the lightest ones on the market, but they're definitely affordable. So I love these ones for the kids. I'm always bringing them camping or going to the lake or whatever, but they hold up to 250 pounds. So they're good for adults too. What's Biscuit doing back there? Hi girl. Get him, Biscuit. You wanna join us? Hey Bubba, you wanna join us?
I want to.
I'm filming a video. You wanna say hi? Say hi.
I'm not.
All right, got my boys out here helping me film the video. Dogs, horses in the background. What can I say? This is life, you guys. All right, next up is number 27, the Halozine 5-in-1 folding camp table. You gotta check out my other video on this. I think I clocked it at like 25 different uses. This thing is like the Lego set of camping gear where it can do a whole bunch of different things. I've been super happy with this thing. You can stake it down so that it's nice and sturdy. It's not gonna fall over. Lightweight, use it as lampstand / tripod. Regular price on them is about $150, so it's definitely a higher end item. You can get them on sale. I think I've seen them below $100 before. Whoa, you left out the leg. Okay, there you go, Bubba. There you go. You can hop back in. I keep it in my cook kit with me whenever we're going out for day trips or camping adventures. Super unique item, and I highly recommend it. You wanna sit in this chair with me? Come here. Wanna sit in that chair? I think I said 27 on that. That was number 28. Number 29 is right here, a camping tarp. All different kinds of tarps. This is a super versatile gift option that you could tailor to the type of camping that your camper likes to do. This is an ultralight backpacking tarp, 9x9, I believe. Weighs under a pound. And this one, I think it costs 150 bucks. So it's definitely like an ultralight kind of item. But you can get cell poly tarps for this, like down to like $80 that weigh a little bit more. But as you can see, this is a 9x9 and it creates a pretty big footprint. So super usable area. I've really loved having this tarp, but you could get ones that are much, much bigger than this or even smaller, or consider a canvas tarp as well. White Duck Outdoors makes some very high quality canvas tarps that are great if you're not as worried about the weight. They're much more durable and they're gonna be much more longer lasting. And again, they have all sizes from like down to like 8x8 up to like 30x30, I think.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh. All right, number 30 has been sitting on the back with my boy in it the whole time. This is the Fat Boy Inflatable Lounger. And it's not fully inflated right now, but it is a no pump catch air style lounger. Go ahead and jump in. These things are awesome. I love taking them to the lakes. They pack up real small. It weighs about a pound. They support up to 440 pounds, so you can have a couple people sitting in them at once. Great for like outdoor concerts or festivals. They cost somewhere in the $80 to $90 range. We've gotten a ton of use out of this thing. Super fun, useful item, and another one that people wouldn't mind having multiple of. It's basically like a hammock when you don't have trees, so you can be out in the middle of the beach laying in this thing. It's like the best napping device ever. Hi Biscuit, introduced you guys to Biscuit in the last video, but Here she is again. And there's our other girl back there, Guinness girl. All right, number 31 is my GCI Puff Rocker chair. Got this thing earlier this year, and this thing is so great. It's cozy, it's insulated, it rocks in more ways than one. Constantly the envy of every other camper in their lame camping chair that's not as comfortable as this one. Definitely has become my go-to comfy camping chair. Typical price is around $90 to $100, but you can get them on sale for $70 to $80. I actually found this one on sale for $50, and man, it's totally worth paying full price for it if you have to. Love, love, love this chair. Okay, number 32, we're on to the next stocking stuffer, and that is these MSR Groundhog stakes that I use to set up this tarp. These things are a little bit of a splurge when it comes to stakes, but they are a significant upgrade. These things are sturdy. They will last for a long time. I think they're about 30 bucks for a pack of 6. Can't have enough of these quality stakes laying around. All right, back in the office slash studio for the remaining items. Let's get back into them. 33, one of my favorite new pieces of gear this year, that is this little guy. It is called a Heat It. And if you haven't seen one of these yet, it actually is a dongle. That's right. Little dongle that you connect to your phone. There's a little lightning plug there. Where'd it go? I lost my dongle. Oh, found it. Okay, all right, what was I saying? Oh yeah, my dongle. This connects to your phone. They make a USB-C one as well for phones that use that, but all this is a tiny little electronic device with a ceramic, can't get my focus to work, a little ceramic piece on the end that connects to an app on your phone, and this heats up and you place it on an insect bite or sting, and it erases the itch and the pain. Guys, I'm telling you, it's crazy how good this works. I can't go into all the details right now. I'll probably have to make a whole other video on this, but awesome addition to a camping first aid pack. During insect season, I keep this thing in my car, use it for me and my kids all the time. Obviously, super lightweight, only about 4 grams, so also good for backpackers. Comes with a little keychain so you can put it on something bigger if you don't want to lose it. Costs about $40, but man, I'm telling you, totally, totally worth it. And it's probably something that they don't have already. Next up, number 34, I've got another fire maple goodie here. Sunflower portable stove slash heater. It's a 2-in-1 radiant heater slash stove. Connects to your isobutane, can be used as a cooking platform, cup of water. I've actually cooked like hot dogs and stuff directly on these grates. The price varies depending on sales, anywhere from $75 to $105. Not super ultralight, so probably not a backpacking kind of situation, but fantastic for shorter trips or car trips, things like that, or even day trip outings in colder weather. I brought this thing down by the lake shore, cooked up some hot dogs for me and the boys, warms up our hands. Super fun piece of gear. Number 35, socks. Now I know nobody really wants to get socks for Christmas, but hear me out. These are some special socks. These are made by a company called Hollow Socks, and they're made from baby alpaca wool. So they're super warm because the fibers are hollow. It's the same thing that keeps alpacas warm from their wool. Wrapped around your feet, keeps you cool in the summer, warm in the winter. They got all different styles, and they're just super comfortable and, like I said, soft and warm. They're kind of spendy, which I think makes them a good gift. Anywhere from like $30 to $60 depending on the package that you get, but they're gonna last a while. Something that any outdoorsman is gonna love to have and wouldn't mind having multiple pairs of. All right, number 36 is a fun one. It is a shepherd's sling. That's right, the same kind of sling that killed Goliath. Super fun little primitive skills. I wanna say toy, but it's not a toy. It's a legit tool slash weapon, but it's a great way to pass the time when you're out in camp, picking up rocks and slinging them out into the lake, or having target practice trying to hit a particular tree or see who can sling it the farthest. You do have to be careful. They are dangerous. They can launch in weird directions that you don't expect, so take the necessary precautions. But every time I've brought this puppy out at a camp out, it's always a hit. It's always entertaining. There's all different types of sizes and styles on these. They can range anywhere from $10 to $40. Quality does matter as far as the efficiency and effectiveness of the sling. But nonetheless, even a super cheap one, it's still gonna be fun. Next up, number 37 is the Bouge RV camping portable camping lantern. This thing has been super fun. It comes out in many different configurations where you can kind of point the light whatever direction you want it. A bunch of different settings where you can just turn on 1, 2, 3, or 4. You can kind of point it in one direction if you need to, change the mode. Anyway, not gonna get into all the features, but it does have little legs that pop out here that make it easy to stand. And then this whole thing telescopes up, makes a great lantern to set on a table when you're camping, playing games, or even just to light up a whole area, what have you. 6,000 lumens, 14,000 milliamp battery. Ow. Watch your fingers. IPX5 rainproof. Normally around $70, but you can catch it on sale. Okay, number 38 is actually the sponsor of today's video. It's the White Duck Avalon Bell Tent. I've got the 16.5-foot model, and I absolutely love it. This thing is basically a little cabin that you can pack with you and put up out in the woods. It's big, roomy, comfortable, durable, and reliable. Like, you can stand up, spread out, bring legit sleeping setups. I can't even jump to touch the top of this inside of this tent. You got plenty of space for the inevitable kid chaos pile, bags and boots and snacks. And it's got a stove jack so you can run a hot stove in it in the winter months. What I love about a good canvas tent is that it just feels better. It's sturdy, it's reliable, it's cozy, it breathes way better than a lot of synthetic tents. And it's built for people who really want a legit base camp. So whether you're doing dispersed camping or just fun family weekends, a full-blown hunting camp, or just a coffee in the woods therapy session, White Duck's got you covered. So if you're looking for a game-changing gift that will be used for years guaranteed, check out White Duck Outdoors in the description below, and I have a Dad Camps discount code available for you there as well. Thank you to White Duck Outdoors for sponsoring this video and for making it easier for families to get outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Number 39 is the Out-In Portable Espresso Maker. I love this thing. I use it on at least a weekly basis. I always take it camping with me. I even take it just traveling in general. Super great to be able to have just a quick shot of espresso, make yourself a little coffee treat on the go, in the car, at the trailhead, what have you. For camping, I love to be able to just get out of the tent, get a quick little shot going so I can have some coffee first thing in the morning while I'm wrangling kids and whatnot before I can get all the rest of the gear going. Either use it with espresso grounds or put those little Nespresso pods in them. It's a little bit more on the higher side, somewhere between $150 to $200, something that's gonna get used regularly in their life. Totally worth it. There's a lot more details I could go into about it, but I do have a whole other video on this on how to make great camping cappuccino. So if you want to check that out, I'll link it below. On to the next stocking stuffer. We've got number 40, Colgate Wisps. I've talked about these a number of times on the channel, but these things are mini waterless toothbrushes. You just pop them in, bite the little bead, brush them up, toss it, you're good to go. These are fantastic for traveling and camping with kids. Great for backpacking when water's scarce. They're not a full replacement for brushing your teeth, but it'll do in a pinch. It's better than nothing. You know, if you get into the tent at night, realize that the kids forgot to brush their teeth, grab one of these out of your bag, just give them a quick brush, good to go till the morning. They have a flosser on the other side. Great to keep in your car, great to, you know, freshen up your breath after coffee in the morning. Can't ever have enough bags of these just socked around, even for everyday life. Number 41, bet you haven't heard of this one before. It is the Scrubba Portable Washing Bag. Pretty cool item I found this year. It collapses and folds up into a pocket size washing machine. Also can just be used as a dry bag, but you open it up, you throw in your dirty socks, underwear, t-shirts, what have you, drop in a little bit of soap, water, seal it up, and inside it's got a built-in washboard. So you sit there, scrub your clothes for 30 seconds to 3 minutes, take them out, rinse them, dry them, got a whole new set of clean clothes. This thing is great for camping when you only want to bring a small amount of clothes anyway. Maybe you ended up getting some dirty that you didn't expect. Often happens with kids. Fantastic for being able to wash off some kids' clothes. Also great for traveling. My wife just traveled internationally a couple months ago and was able to pack much lighter. They also make a smaller backpacking version of this. So if you're gonna be out on the trail, like through hiking or something, totally could be useful there. Even still, this size bag only weighs 5 ounces. And like I said, doubles as a dry bag. It costs somewhere around $50. Depending on the model. Check out the link in the description. Super unique item, probably something they haven't seen before. Number 41, the Othimo 180 headlamp. You've probably seen these things in ads on Instagram. It's not just a gadget. I mean, I actually do love this thing and use it all the time. One of my favorite features is hands-free turn on and off, which is perfect in the wintertime when your hands are cold or you got gloves on, and you can just do that to turn it on and off. You can also, you don't have to like search around to find the button. Same thing, the side lamp goes on and off just with your hand. And the 180 feature is great for just lighting up the entire area in front of you, so you don't have to like turn your head to point the light where you need it. You can just see everything that you're working on. Also, I love not having the super heavy light right on your forehead. It doesn't like weigh you down. It just feels like you have a headband on or a hat. I think I've seen them between like $20 to $40. Who doesn't need another headlamp? Number 43 is heated clothing. The technology and offerings in the heated clothing world have exploded these days. I have and love a heated vest from Venustus. I have these heated gloves. There's a huge variety of heated clothing available on the market today, all different purposes. And a lot of it actually looks pretty stylish these days. And some of it is super effective. Like these heated gloves. I mean, when it's cold out, I get really cold hands, and man, these things are so nice to be able to kick this on when I'm out, you know, working in the snow, camping in cold weather or whatever. It's you know, they don't last forever. The batteries don't last forever, but they're rechargeable, and it's so great to just get a little bit of relief, get yourself warmed up, and then you're good to go. The heated vest has been my go-to for fishing trips so that I can kick it on when I'm cold out on the water, but then when the sun comes out, turn it off, relax in the sun for a bit, get your friends some heated clothing. Number 44, an Eno hammock. Eno hammock. An item I have given as a gift many different times. Again, something people might have already, but always good to have more. I mean, who doesn't want to have a hammock for every person in the group? Also, these have become huge hits at our boys camp weekend where we have multiple ones of these set up, and the boys just love playing around, hanging in the hammocks, swinging in them all day long. Huge win. If you're gonna get the hammock, think about getting the straps. Makes hanging it up 10 times easier. The hammocks usually run somewhere in the $75 range. Another 20 bucks, I think, for the straps for relaxing around camp, hanging out with the kids, even in the backyard. Love these things. Number 45, getting to be an oldie, but still a goodie. The Jetboil. This one is the Minimo. They have so many different models now that are unique to the situation that you have in the style of camping that you want to do. But if the camper in your life doesn't have one of these, I guarantee you that they would like one and that they would use one. No matter what style of camping you're into, you're going to get some use out of this puppy. It's designed for backpacking, but any kind of camping where you're going to be boiling water, it's so convenient and so packable. I don't know any camper that's not gonna want one of these. Weighs less than a pound with everything nestled inside. Depending on the model, anywhere between $130, $180. Definitely a higher end gift, but I mean, you can't put a price on love. Number 46, a tiny utility tool. This is the Leatherman CS, and this thing has just been coming so handy. I love the small size of it. Basic utility features. It's got tweezers, knife, file, bottle cap, scissors, and I think that's it. But it's so compact and can clip on a belt loop. I love just taking this thing camping with me, and it's come in helpful in a pinch so many times. Find the style that works for your camper. I think a tiny one like this is always going to be useful and helpful to have on hand. Weighs about 1.5 ounces. They range in price anywhere from $25 up to $100 for the larger ones. And again, nobody's going to be mad about having more of these laying around. Number 47, the Climate V-Seat, an inflatable sit pad. I've gotten so much use out of this thing. I love it for backpacking, camping, day hikes, lakeside adventures, fishing on the river. It packs up super small and light, 2.6 ounces. A lot of times you can get these for free on their website if they're like running some kind of a deal, but I think the MSRP on them is $18. You can also get them for on sale for down to, I've seen like $7 or so. I actually want to pick up some more of these, something I've gotten a ton of use out, and I'd like to have more for other members of my family. All right, the last stocking stuffer on the list, number 48, paracord. Something great that any camper is gonna love to have more of. There's all different lengths and styles you can get. This is the 550 paracord, the higher end, stronger tensile strength. This is the 330, I think. Cheaper, but still highly useful. I've pitched a lot of tarps just with this exact rope. Classic gift for that MacGyver in your life. I love the super bright colors, easy to find in the dirt. Never can go wrong with more paracord. Number 49, a little bit of a different gift here. A membership to OnX. If they don't have this, most campers are gonna love to have at least the style of app that they do more often. There's Backcountry for backpacking. There's OnX Off-Road for overlanders. There's OnX Hunt for hunters. There's even a fishing version now. And man, I've got 3 of the memberships, and I love using all 3 of the apps for different reasons. Here's my backpacking trip around Mount Hood on the Timberline Trail. These things are feature-packed, can't recommend them enough. You can get the basic plan, or I think they call it the premium plan, for like 30 bucks for a year, up to like 100 bucks for the elite version, which gives you all 50 states. And number 50, the best for last, a marshmallow blaster. This thing has gotten a ton of use. You just pop the little marshmallow right into the hopper there, clamp it down, pump it up, let it fly. Classic camp mayhem. Depending on the model you get, anywhere between $20 to up to $40 maybe for one of these. Great for family camping, great for playing with the kids. And like the theme I've had throughout this entire video, who's not gonna wanna have more of these and have a whole marshmallow blaster war? So there you go, 50 gifts that almost any camper is going to enjoy. Let me know in the comments, what's the best camping gift that you love to give the campers in your life? And if you wanna check out any of the videos that I mentioned that talk about these items in more detail, I'm gonna link them into this playlist here. So if you wanna go through those, check that out next. So happy shopping, happy holidays, happy trails, Merry Christmas. See you on the next one.